Hi, my name is Maria Five. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about The Apothecary's Garden, right here by Jeanette Lyons. And before we get started on that, we're going to talk about this tea. So I'm out of cups. Yeah, until I get new ones, this is how it is. Anyway, this is Lady Grey tea. So it's a black tea and it has bergamot in it, just like Earl Grey. But it also has other things, some lemon maybe some lime, sometimes some rose, sometimes a little bit of lavender. So they're depending on where you get your Lady Grey tea from. But it's a black tea that has been really beautifully scented with other fruits and flowers. I don't know, I really enjoy it. And the make today. So this I'm gonna be talking about. There you can see it there. Wolverine Basin Company. She's a good friend of mine, and we do a lot of trades. So this is a bracelet she made, and it says "Stay Salty," which is a pretty good indicator as to where I live. There are these earrings that she's made. So yeah, we do a lot of trades. We do a lot of earring trades and general jewelry trades. There's these ones here. These are hand cut leather, and she paints them, but she's just super talented. There are these ones here, and I don't know if you can see, but they're oh, these ones aren't. I have another pair, except that I lost one of them, and they are stamped leather, but these are leather. Super cute. I end up wearing these a lot, and I've actually stolen the shape and design of them and created some very like that, but in fabric, not leather. And these ones here, which are just gorgeous, stunning, beautiful pieces of jewelry. So yeah, we both make a lot of stuff. And then we do tradesies, and it's always a lot of fun. So Wolverine Basin Co. on Facebook, if you want to check out some of her things. She is also on Instagram if you want to check her out there. Yes, so the book, The Apothecary's Garden. So this was a couple years ago, 2022, and I read The Secret Apothecary by Sarah Penner. And it was just a delightful story. I really, really enjoyed it. And then this gentleman where I live, he has a PhD, and he was like, oh, pshaw. Not exactly that, but kind of like that. Pshaw. No, you have to read this book, The Apothecary's Garden by Jeanette Lyons. And I was like, oh, well, okay. So I did. So this is finally that review. It says, actually, there's a bit on the top here that says An Extravagant Victorian Love Valentine by Gail Anderson Dargatz. I hope I say that right. Anyway, she's another Canadian author, and she wrote The Secret Life of Bees. I'll have to get back to you on that. I think that was Sue Monk Kidd, actually, that wrote The Secret Life of Bees. But, The Cure for Death by Lightning. That is what she wrote. The Cure for Death by Lightning. I can't give you a year because it was a while ago. Anyway, that was Gail Anderson Dargatz. Anyway, so I recognize the name because of that book that I read many years ago. I'd have to look it up. Maybe I'll find out for you. Anyway, so yes, The Apothecary's Garden. So it is the story of a woman who has been left a garden that her father was the apothecary in Belleville, Ontario. And the story takes place in 1860, so quite a long time ago. And the rail station was only built in 1856, so it fairly new, like a big deal that the train would stop in Belleville, Ontario, in Canada. So Yeah, it's old. It takes place really, really I mean, a long time ago. I mean, I've read a lot of books that take place in that time era. But yeah, this was, yeah, I mean, she did her homework. Let me say that. She really did her homework. I mean, as far as the food goes, as far as the clothing goes, as far as, the adventures and what was possible. She makes note of Tipsy Cake. And I mean, Tipsy Cake was a big thing back then, where it involved a lot of, well, sometimes day old cake or bread, and you poured a lot of alcohol in there, and of course, you became tipsy. So, Tipsy Cake, it really was a big thing back then. So, she definitely did her research. I mean, it was definitely well researched. It was really good for historically speaking. So, Lavender Fitch, her father was an apothecary. Her mother helped out. She was a harpist. She played the harp. Yes, and then Allegra and Robert Trout come into town by train and, of course, changes her life. Yeah, I don't know. I was just really, I think, quite disappointed about it. I mean, this woman is really struggling, like really, not even living hand to mouth. Like it's worse than that. She has to save up knowing that she's got to get through, the winter period, the Christmas period. She's really struggling. She sells her flowers. She makes little tussy mussies, little, I don't know, little flower things for girls, little scented pillows to put under your pillow when you sleep. Dream of your future husband. It's and that all of, I mean, I've read so much from back then too. Like, yes, all of that stuff is really real. It really did. All people really did buy those things, make those things. And so she's one of these vendors that is literally living worse than hand to mouth. It's not even you make it and then it's spent on food. It's like you have to save up knowing you have some months that are very cold that you need to be able to get through and provide for you. She also has a half brother. She doesn't know it's her half brother at this point in the beginning, but she figures out it's her half brother. I think as a reader, you kind of figured out, otherwise, why would even have this happened? So I think I figured it out before the author lets us know. But as far as I'm concerned, so there's this nest egg that her mother or her father, someone told her about. I can't even remember now. But she knows there's a nest egg from her mother. Maybe her mother told her, but she can't find it. And so she tries to entice Allegra, who is a medium, which was, again, really, really big in the 1860s. Tries to entice her or capture her, or she can't really pay her, but she tries to kind of get it going so that she can maybe find out where her mother left her this nest egg. And she gives it away halfway through. And so, again, we're smart. We're readers. We pick up on these things. So I think for me, the whole, literally, last half of the book was like, okay, when is she going to figure this out? I mean, it's one thing to have dramatic irony. I mean, dramatic irony is when you, the reader, or you, the play watcher, or you, the television watcher, know something that the characters in the story or the play or the movie don't know. That is dramatic irony. It's a literary term. So maybe she tried to do that, but for me, it didn't work for me. Like, I knew what the ending was. It wasn't subtle enough, maybe. I'm not really sure. But it was really, yeah, okay, get on with it here. I think she gave it away. I really do. So I was not nearly as impressed with this novel as I wanted to be. Yeah, but that's my opinion. And you can read it and let me know if you agree or disagree. What you liked, what you didn't. I didn't think it was particularly great. I didn't think the writing was very good. One thing I will say, and I know this is me, I know that, but you have a hard time finding a properly constructed sentence throughout this whole novel. And the novel's not tiny. It's, 356 pages long. But yeah, lots of incomplete sentences, lots of, really big, huge, glaring grammatical errors. And I was like, yeah, and it's published by Harper. It was Scotiabank Giller Prize longlisted. So, like, it has some accolades to it, and yet I didn't care for the writing. I thought the story, she kind of gave it up halfway through. And then it was just a matter of, like, you knew where it was all going. Again, we readers, we're smart. We read, so we're pretty good at intuiting. And also, unless it's your first book, like, you've read a lot, you know what's going to go. You know how novels happen. And so, yeah, I didn't think it was I was disappointed. I did not think this was a wonderful read. Just my opinion, but please read the book and comment below and let me know what you thought. All right. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next Saturday. All right. Bye-bye.